The warrior Ashwatthama did not die on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He was condemned to live. His immortality is not a blessing but a perpetual torment, a direct consequence of his final, heinous act of vengeance after the Mahabharata war concluded. Krishna cursed him to wander the earth for 3,000 years, afflicted by incurable diseases and isolation. This fate was sealed when Krishna forcibly removed the divine gem, the mani, embedded in Ashwatthama's gorehead. This gem was his birthright, providing protection against weapons, hunger, and fear, and granting him dominion over all beings. The removal of the mani stripped him of his divine protection and initiated his agonizing existence as a Chiranjeevi, one of the 7 immortals, yet the only one suffering such a severe punishment. His story defines the ultimate price of unchecked rage. Ashwatthama was the son of Drona, the military guru to both the Pandavas and Kauravas, and Kripi, the sister of Kripacharya. His birth was marked by a unique event. He cried with the neighing sound of a horse, earning him the name Ashwatthama, meaning the sacred voice of the horse. Unlike other warriors, he was born with the celestial mani gem already fixed in his forehead, signifying his divine lineage and inherent power. This gem made him invulnerable to fatigue, disease, and the effects of aging, setting him apart even among the greatest heroes of the age. His father, Drona, though a Brahmin, trained him rigorously in warfare, ensuring Ashwatthama possessed unparalleled skill in archery and the use of celestial weapons, the Astras. Despite his father Drona serving as the chief military instructor for the Kuru dynasty, Ashwatthama maintained fierce loyalty to Duryodhana, the eldest Kaurava prince. This allegiance stemmed from Duryodhana's consistent respect and provision for Drona and his family during times of poverty. Ashwatthama fought relentlessly on the Kaurava side, utilizing his mastery over the Narayanastra, a weapon capable of destroying entire armies unless they surrendered. His strategic deployment of this astra forced Krishna to intervene, instructing the Pandava army to lay down their weapons to neutralize its effect. Ashwatthama's commitment to Duryodhana remained absolute, even as the Kaurava forces faced inevitable defeat. The turning point for Ashwatthama's sanity and morality occurred with the deceitful killing of his father, Drona. The Pandavas, unable to defeat Drona in fair combat, orchestrated a lie. Bhima killed an elephant named Ashwatthama, and Yudhishthira confirmed the death of Ashwatthama to Drona. Drona, believing his son was dead, dropped his weapons in grief and meditation, allowing Drishtadyumna to decapitate him. Witnessing this act of treachery and the subsequent dishonor of his father's body fueled a consuming, uncontrollable rage in Ashwatthama. This betrayal shattered his adherence to Dharma, setting the stage for his catastrophic final actions. After the war concluded and Duryodhana lay dying, Ashwatthama, Kripacharya, and Kritavarma were the only major Kaurava warriors remaining. Ashwatthama vowed to avenge his father and his friend Duryodhana. Appointed the final commander of the decimated Kaurava army, he launched a devastating, unauthorized night attack on the Pandava camp. This act violated the fundamental rules of warfare, which strictly forbade fighting after sunset and attacking unarmed or sleeping opponents. Ashwatthama entered the camp in a frenzy, killing Drishtadyumna, Shikhandi, and, most tragically, the 5 sleeping sons of the Pandavas, mistaking them for the Pandavas themselves. This massacre was the ultimate transgression. Upon learning of the massacre, the Pandavas pursued Ashwatthama, intent on executing him. Cornered and desperate, Ashwatthama deployed the ultimate celestial weapon, the Brahma-shirsha Astra, aimed at destroying the entire Pandava lineage. This weapon, equivalent to a modern nuclear strike, possessed the power to incinerate all life within its target radius. Arjuna immediately countered with his own Brahma-shirsha Astra to prevent global catastrophe. The sages Vyasa and Narada intervened, forcing both warriors to recall their weapons. Arjuna successfully recalled his Astra, but Ashwatthama, lacking the spiritual control, could only redirect its energy towards the womb of Uttara, Arjuna's daughter-in-law, attempting to kill the unborn heir, Parikshit. Krishna immediately apprehended Ashwatthama, who was attempting to flee after deploying the Brahma-shirsha. Krishna declared that Ashwatthama's actions, specifically the murder of sleeping, unarmed children, were unforgivable violations of Dharma. The judgment was swift and absolute. Ashwatthama would be stripped of his power and forced into perpetual suffering. Krishna used his divine power to locate and remove the celestial gem, the mani, from Ashwatthama's forehead, leaving a gaping, bleeding wound. This act symbolized the complete loss of his divine status and protection. The gem, which had protected him from all ailments and weapons, was handed over to Draupadi. This transfer ensured that the Pandavas received a symbolic victory and closure, while Ashwatthama faced the immediate onset of his eternal affliction. The curse imposed by Krishna was meticulously detailed to maximize suffering without granting death. Ashwatthama was condemned to wander the forests and desolate places of the earth for 3,000 years. He would suffer from an incurable, festering wound on his forehead, replacing the protective mani, causing constant pain and bleeding. Furthermore, he would be afflicted by severe leprosy and other debilitating diseases, ensuring he remained repulsive and isolated from human society. His existence is defined by perpetual hunger, thirst, and the inability to find peace or shelter. This curse serves as a profound theological statement. Even divine power cannot shield a warrior from the consequences of adharma, or unrighteous conduct.
Ashwatthama is counted among the 7 Chiranjeevis, or Immortals, in Hindu tradition, alongside figures like Hanuman, Vibhishana, and Vyasa. However, his status is unique because his immortality is a punishment, not a boon. While other Chiranjeevis maintain their power or serve a divine purpose, Ashwatthama's existence is purely punitive. Belief holds that he must witness the rise and fall of countless civilizations, carrying the burden of his guilt and pain until the end of the current Kali Yuga. His continued existence reinforces the concept that karma, even for a demigod, dictates fate. He is a living testament to the destructive power of unchecked ego and rage. Across India, numerous local legends persist regarding Ashwatthama's current whereabouts and activities. One prominent belief places him in the Narmada River Valley, particularly around the ancient Shiva temples in Madhya Pradesh, where he is said to secretly offer worship to Shiva daily. Another tradition suggests he visits the Gupteshwar Mahadev temple in Rajasthan. Sightings often describe a tall, powerful man with a severe, festering wound on his forehead, demanding specific herbs or assistance. These accounts, though anecdotal, maintain the narrative of a suffering, powerful entity bound by an ancient curse, perpetually seeking relief that only the passage of 3 millennia can grant him.